Yeah, there was one recently, just now that just happened. So a couple years ago, there was these two walleye fishermen that were stuffing
We'll
away.
call them fishermen.
Yeah, we'll
We have
call
other
them.
words that we could call
We
them
can
too.
call them something else, but
It, cough, cough, and what Lake Erie too. I don't even want to talk about it.
yeah, jeez, it's rough, and they got what was coming. Anyways, that apparently happened again recently. I sent it today.
It did.
Yeah, down in Texas. Looks like the guy held on $20,000 bond.
I saw that. Yeah, he's in jail. Yeah.
Tough.
Yeah, I mean, rightfully so. You're scamming. You're essentially stealing from people because you're cheating
Yeah.
to win the tournament.
It's a third. I think I saw it's like a third-degree felony or whatever in Texas, and yeah, I mean honestly, like it is you're stealing money and essentially you're cheating a system or whatever, and that's ultimately, even though it's fishing, like I like fishing, it's some paying the price of that. The other guys are paying entry fees and fishing those tournaments and stuff, and their money essentially is getting stolen. So I understand, like, that's totally not okay.
Yeah, especially the Ohio guys that did it. Man, they had done it for years, and it was like a big
Yeah.
deal. Like it wasn't just a one-off. And we're obviously against cheating. Like
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Just go out there and have fun. I mean, you get to the point where you're winning tournaments. If you're doing it legitimately, I mean, that's an awesome accomplishment. But to go out there and shove weights and fillets down a fish to try and, I mean, they had won what? A truck, boats, money.
Yeah, multiple boats and stuff.
And there was no rust on the weights or anything like that. It was like fresh, same ones in their tackle bottoms. And it's like, guys, like, is it worth it? Like, because you're hated immediately by the entire community. No, you're with them. Like,
No, it's not.
I don't know.
I think they just got away with it, for however long, and then they just were like, "Well, I'm going to keep doing it and keep pushing the envelope because they're getting the positive feedback of, hey, I just won another boat. I'm great. I won another boat. I'm great." Like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And I think it's the driving factor, and it's unfortunate in fishing because it's hard to police a lot of the rules because you don't have like an official or a marshal unless you're in a big tournament. Um, and the opportunity's there. And anytime there's opportunity and money involved, people will do some very shady stuff. And I mean, I've witnessed it on smaller scale. Even as I was fishing, I've seen people do shady things and heard of and people getting caught doing shady things and sometimes not even getting punished by the tournament organization. So I mean, that's why they keep doing it, and that's the problem.
Yeah. And it's a shame, man. And like you said, you see it way more on a local scale, I'm sure. I've heard of people who catch a big fish and then tie it off somewhere on the lake and then go back during the tournament. And I'm like, man, like,
you wouldn't even think to do stuff like that.
And I'm not trying
to right. You're not.
But like, why?
Someone's taking notes right now.
Right. Oh, make sure if there wins any safe podcast, should be cheap. Yeah, how to get away with it.
So I'm seeing this guy in Texas. I don't want to read his name. I don't want to give him any credit, but they're talking about implementing metal detectors and possibly cutting fish open at weigh-ins now because of all this.
And that's just terrible to kill the fish. And like just the ancillary results of the cheating. And someone just texted me about this today, about the Texas thing you're talking about. And I was like, so now you got to buy these metal detectors. You've got to buy all this ancillary things to make up for this one person that is going to cheat, which you kind of have to just because like it's happening. And then you're taking that money out of the pot because the tournament organization sure as heck isn't going to take that hit. So, I mean, it's a double-edged sword. Like you're ruining it for everybody, essentially.
Yeah. And it's like you said, they've gotten so used to the success of it that it kind of just becomes second nature to them. And then when they get busted, man, the world comes crashing in. And man, not trying to rush into the Bible bit, but just off the top of my mind, it's just like sin. Man, we live our lives. We all, all of us believers, we try to live our lives the right way. Try to live for the Lord and honor Him with our decisions and the Word of God in our life. We try to let that lead us. And sin will take you further than you ever wanted to go, and it'll leave you a mess. And unfortunately, a lot of times we abuse God's grace and we just continue the same mistakes over and over again, and without trying to do better. Like, those guys knew what they were doing was bad. They knew that cheating was wrong. They knew that shoving weights down a fish mouth to win the tournament, that's not a good thing. That's cheating. You're stealing. You're doing all the things. They knew what they were doing was wrong, but because there wasn't an immediate punishment the first time, it was over and over and over again until it was
Correct.
And we see that so many times in the Bible.
Yeah, it probably started as one little or a couple little split shots, and then eventually snowballed into what it ended up being. And again, that's just like sin. It starts out as something small, and then eventually it snowballs.
For more of this, watch the Casting Faith podcast on YouTube.